Hey everybody, it's Queen of Light 1111 here with your midweek reading. What I wanted to do today was take a look at the divine masculine, divine feminine energies, but something very, very different. I wanted to see how masculine and feminine are similar in this journey, right? Obviously, you are both mirrors to each other, but I wanted to see what the specific similarities were between masculine and feminine. And then I wanted to see how are masculine and feminine different. And then we're going to get some guidance based on their similarities and differences. If you want to book your own personal reading, coaching session, or healing session, go to queenoflight1111.com. Let's start with similarities. So here we have the card of the Knight of Pentacles. So it could be that you and your person are both earth signs, okay? Pentacles is an earth energy. So the bottom of the deck being the Knight of Pentacles, it's very much this energy of both masculine and feminine are in this energy of action, adventure, change, or exploration. The Pentacles card is actually the energy of someone who is very thoughtful, okay? Very much an energy of making sure that they're doing their due diligence and their assessment before taking any steps forward. And so this Knight of Pentacles is very much the energy of someone who's patient, someone who's diligent, someone who focuses on something and really concentrates on things to make sure that he or she is able to, fulfill his goals, complete their goals. His or her goals. And so the Knight of Pentacles, someone who always can be depended on. So masculine and feminine are both very, very dependable. They're in this energy where people may depend on them either for some sort of support. Maybe they're that friend or that person that everyone always goes to for advice. So it just feels like both masculine and feminine, their similarities are they're sensitive, they're stable, they're reliable, and they see things through. So for feminine specifically, right, she's very thoughtful about what fulfills her soul, about her emotions. Right? So she's someone who's very much in this energy where she's been through heartache, she's been through hardships, she's been through crisis, right? And she's had her, bubble burst. She's had her wishes come crashing down. And so part of those, lessons and trials and tribulations have helped her become the bold, brave, confident, feminine that she is today. Okay, so she's able to be compassionate and understanding, and a lot of this she's learned through her own setbacks. So therefore maybe she didn't have a lot of people that were there for her, but she was always there for everyone else. So I'm seeing this as the theme for their similarities. For masculine, the theme of the similarity, he's got the 8 of Wands. Okay, so for him, he's very thoughtful and methodical about how he communicates, how he moves forward, but he may move a little quicker than feminine. Feminine may honestly assess a little bit longer. She doesn't just dive right in. And so for masculine, he's like, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to make a decision, I'm going to move forward, but I may also decide not to move forward. I'm going to see how this maybe serves a certain cycle, or maybe if things are out of my hands, I'm not going to overanalyze it and assess it, whereas feminine's like, oh my God, let's think about this, let's help move it forward, blah blah blah. So I do feel like there's similarity between the two is absolutely, they're reliable, they're dependable, they get their stuff done, they're good friends, they're a support system to family, friends, partners, etc. They're very diligent about how they work and about their careers. And I do feel that this is very much an energy of someone who's very committed, okay? And so divine feminine specifically, very committed to, her wishes, helping other people be fulfilled. She knows what it's like to be let down. And it has actually helped her become more of this strong, confident divine feminine that she is. And for masculine, look, he's like, I'm going to assess, I'll dive in, I'll go in, but you know what? I may not jump in sometimes. Yes, I'm reliable. Yes, I'm dependable. But if things are out of my hands, I'm not going to necessarily, like a little bit more of a less emotional way, right? Feminine's more nine of cups. Masculine's like, yeah, I'll jump in. I'm a first responder. I'll get in there. I'll fix things. But if I can't fix it, I'm not going to like beat myself up over it, right? I'm going to be there. I'm going to do everything that I can. So the first similarity that we have for masculine and feminine is the energy of the Two of Swords. So in this deck, when this card comes out, this is all about the energy of personal power and truth. When the Two of Swords comes out, it's really much, look at, we have two people here, right? So this person is looking down, this is their reflection. So this is about really trying to balance out the heart and the intellect. And this is this energy of sometimes there is this inner conflict, right? It's about how to quiet the mind, how to let the intuitive feelings of the heart take over. And so the key here for divine masculine and feminine, and what they are very, very similar about, is that, you know, they learn how to see and judge with the mind while listening to their heart, but sometimes that gets in the way and they're not able to move beyond past a certain point. So they may get caught in their head a little bit, caught in their thoughts a little bit, and then may not even end up doing anything. Maybe they just kind of withdraw, right? Withdraw from problems, withdraw from distractions, and go into some sort of hermit mode. So how this manifests for divine feminine is, you know, if there is uncertainty, if there's some sort of fear, she may, you know, kind of pull away. If she feels that people aren't giving, you know, or if there's something that she's not going to be able to do, there is some fear-based here. There's some energy here where she's like, you know what? I'm kind of out of my wheelhouse here. And so maybe she feels a little caged, and maybe she feels like, you know, someone's out to deceive her, or she's being deceived, or maybe, you know, she's kind of being in her own self-interest by, you know, just kind of pulling away. So the way that this Two of Swords is for feminine, right? They both are in this energy. The similarity is they go into this withdrawal, right? They go into a form of indecision. And the way this indecision manifests for feminine in the similarity with masculine is that sometimes there is this uncertainty and this fear that she gets trapped in, that, oh my God, someone's going to deceive me, so I'm going to pull away. I want to help everybody, but I also don't want to get played. So for masculine, the Two of Swords, how does that manifest for him is that, you know, he's kind of childish. He's a little immature. And so he doesn't give his full heart. He thinks about, all right, what can I do? What can't I do? And it's just like when he's not completely developed in his emotions. So he blocks, or shields rather, himself by getting too emotionally involved. So he'll withdraw. And that's a power struggle within him, okay? So I'm hoping this makes sense. The similarity is they both withdraw. The similarity that they both have is that if for feminine, if there's uncertainty, she goes into this energy of I might get deceived here. Something doesn't smell right. You know, I've been in this energy where I've been disappointed before, and so she gets overanalyzes the shadow, overanalyzes her disappointments from the past, and then she's like, oh my God, this might happen to me again. So you know what? I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to stay in my lane here. And for masculine, he's like, okay, I'll give you a little bit. I'm not giving you much. I'm not going to let you into my heart space. But what I'm going to do is maybe I'll give you some immature, childish sort of offer, or the very, very minimum, because, you know, I also, you know, don't want to, you know, be hurt. There is a fierce energy here where he struggles with opening his heart up, right? Because of that Two of Swords energy. They both go into mental conflict because they overanalyze. They both want to be reliable. They both want to be dependable. But if there's some uncertainty, or if there's some sort of fear that manifests, feminine's like, I'm not gonna be able to do anything for you, friend, family, lover, whatever. And for masculine, he's like, you know, yes, I'm reliable. Yes, I'm dependable. I'm going to move forward, but I'm not going to give you too much. I'm going to keep my protection up because I don't want to lose my perceived power. The second similarity that masculine and feminine have is the hanged man. So I like this energy of the hanged man. And this is also ruled by Neptune, okay? This is a lot of introspection. Masculine and feminine similarity is that they both look at life in a very, very different way. Okay, they withdraw from social opinions, they withdraw from old ideologies. They're in this energy where, you know what, they are happy to again go within. So here's the stalemate, and here's like the pause and the suspension. So in the 3D, they very much like will pull away and go within, and in their energy, because they are awake, they very much go into suspension mode. They go into introspection. The hanged man is someone who, you know, knows that they have to surrender certain ideologies, certain patterns, people, because if they go into the hanged man's energy, they're able to clear any confusion, any conflict, and really get a deeper understanding of the situation. So these are very, very awake twins. And so the similarity that they both have is they want to see the world in a different way. Maybe they've been through the energy of tunnel vision or rose-colored glasses, and they know that they can't live that way. So what they do is they introspect, they go within. So how does this how does this manifest for feminine? She's like, you know what? I got to let go of daydreams. I've got to let go of multiple options and choices. I've got to let go of my confusion. And I have to let go of always thinking people are going to mind screw me. I'm going to let go of this energy that people are always going to deceive me. And that's how she progresses on her journey. She knows she's got to release the energy that everyone is going to disappoint her. And for masculine, he's got the 9 of Cups. And for him, it's this energy of, I've got to release this energy that my wish is to solely have love affairs and sexual pleasures because I am too sensitive or too fragile and immature to be in my mastery. So it's this energy for masculine and feminine. Their similarity here is, yeah, you know what? If I sniff out something through my assessment that things are going to go sideways, nope, I'm not going to do anything. For masculine, he's like, yeah, I might give you a little something, but I'm not giving you too much. And so here in the second similarity is that they're very, very awakened. And they know, for feminine specifically, she needs to get rid of daydreams and confusion and illusions that everybody's out to deceive her. And for masculine, he needs to release that he finds fulfillment through sex or intimacy or love affairs because he hasn't matured completely in his emotions. Both lack that maturity, right? Feminine's like, oh my God, everybody's going to cheat on me. Everybody's going to deceive me. And masculine's like, I just want to sleep with everybody because I don't want to give my heart to anyone because I've been deceived too, right? That's what he's saying. The third similarity that they have, interestingly enough, it's the Devil card, right? So when this card comes out, the similarity that they have is very much this energy of material gratification. They're also in this energy where they recognize where they are stuck. There's vices that they both have in their physical and material world. And so this energy is of restriction. The similarity that they also have as twins is that we have something that's very much separating us or keeping us trapped in our own, womb, in our own lane, and we can't come into this union. So the similarity that they have is this energy of a shadow where they have fears or illusions or oppression or guilt or material or physical immediate gratification. And we've seen this for feminine. It's like, I feel very trapped that everyone will deceive me. And for masculine, he's in this immediate gratification thinking sleeping with everybody may be love, may equate love. And it doesn't. So the similarity here for divine feminine is she's like, you know what? I'd rather just be independent. I'd rather be single and fabulous. I'd rather focus on having prosperity and success and being fortunate on my own on this journey. And she knows that's not right. She knows that's not right, but that is the similarity. That's where she gets stuck. She's like, everyone's going to deceive me. Everyone gets one over on me, and I'm going to withdraw from that. I need to release that energy. But I'm also in this energy of, you know what? I'm also okay alone. I'm single and fabulous alone. But this is also her not wanting to deal with her maturity. That, you know what? Not everyone is going to deceive her. Some people are there and will love her genuinely. For masculine, this devil card manifests in the Five of Cups in victimization. In like, oh, everyone's going to leave me. You know, everyone cheats on me. I cheat on everybody. I'm not going to be able to ever have this Two of Cups. And so what he does is he just gets into this energy of wanting attention from everyone, wanting recognition from everyone, all the while knowing that he's going to live a very lonely path. Being single and fabulous is not really single and fabulous. But this is their similarity. Feminine's like, you know what? I'm good. I'm Nine of Pentacles. I have everything that I need. I don't need anybody. That's where she gets stuck. And masculine's like, well, you know what? I'm never going to have this union. So I'm just going to get attention from everyone, all the while always feeling alone. Do you see the similarity there? What's the next and final similarity for masculine and feminine? Knight of Wands. So Knight of Wands, y'all know how I feel about the Knight of Wands energy, but the Knight of Wands energy in this particular deck is that energy of someone who is passionate, someone who wants to go on an adventure, someone who has the courage, someone who has the fiery spirit mentally, physically, to just keep moving forward on their journey. It's an energy of just fierceness, passion. But both of them can be impatient and arrogant at times. Okay? So the similarity here is that they can both be patient and arrogant. Maybe they're scared to just, commit to people. Because for feminine, she's been deceived before. She's been hurt before. She'd rather be alone. For masculine, he tries to avoid union at all costs because he fears getting hurt. So for feminine, this Knight of Wands she's like, I got to balance this energy out. And it's very likely that the divine is intervening to help her balance out that energy, to finally be able to commit and sit in a union, not only just with herself, but allow someone to come forward like her masculine and not always think someone's going to cheat on her or deceive her. For masculine, it's this energy of moving into confidence, into leadership, into this energy of strong will and courage, and not be in and out because he fears, because he's a page energy. But here, mastery to move forward as a leader and move this connection forward. Both want this connection, period. They want this connection. That's a similarity. But they're both scared to get hurt. Masculine's, feminine's scared to get hurt over and over again, and masculine won't allow himself to get hurt, so he gives very little to nothing. So he sits in the player energy, but he knows he's not fulfilled there. And so does feminine, right? We had the Nine of Cups here for feminine at the bottom of the deck. We have the Nine of Cups here for masculine, saying that I need to release all of these extra affairs and people, thinking that is emotional fulfillment. He knows it's not. He knows the union with his feminine is what will fulfill him. So what is the guidance for divine masculine and feminine in their similarities? It's the cave. It's retreat. So when this card comes out, right, this is this energy of withdrawal, right? But it's all about rebirth. They're both so similar that coming together is allowing them to withdraw, to release energies that do not serve them, and rebirth slow and steady. That's what that Knight of Pentacles is, slow and steady into this divine masculine and feminine energy, so that they can finally get everything that they've always wanted from life and each other. They will emerge strong and vibrant and ready for each other. So I just feel like this retreat of the Two of Swords, this suspension of the Two of Wands, they both are seeing where they have been restricted and what they need to do to move forward, to align themselves to their wishes, to their love, to their dreams, to their destiny. So retreat was essential, or is essential, and continues to be. How are masculine and feminine different? Bottom of the deck is the King of Swords. So maybe with the King of Swords, this is an energy of honesty and integrity. They're different. Maybe one operates in honesty and integrity and bitter truth, and maybe the other doesn't. But what's very interesting to me, everybody, is that they both have the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck for this. And the way that this manifests for feminine, the difference is she operates with her head and her heart. It's because she's learned how she wants to start something new. And for masculine, he wants to operate from his head and his heart as well, but he keeps it together. He feels restricted because of his emotional loss, because of what he's lost, or because of his fears. But I mean, look, man, there's no question of the twin energy. King of Cups, King of Cups. How are they different? King of Cups. Wow. So the first card that we have, how are they different? Ten of Cups. And I feel like this has to do with how they were raised. So for feminine, she was raised in a very stable household. She was raised seeing her parents together, loyal, having a very strong unit. And she has remained very fluid in her emotions because of this strong upbringing. And for masculine, Three of Swords with the Ten of Cups, maybe he didn't have quite the solid, stable upbringing that feminine did. And so he grew up with grief, with the energy of sadness, and that created this victim mentality that he knows that he needs to evolve and grow from. The second difference that we have is the Queen of Pentacles. This feels like the divine feminine energy. She's worked very hard through all of the sacrifices that she's made to get rid of that devil energy. She's worked really hard to get rid of this restriction. And for masculine, because of his feminine, he's working very hard, but through third parties and his divine feminine. So for divine feminine, she mastered herself on her own through loss, through sacrifice, through betrayal. She's released herself of that very karmic cycle on her own. But masculine, the difference here is not only is masculine working on himself with the feminine, but also with third party people, or had worked with third party people. It was important for him. That was part of his journey. Now we have the King of Cups again, third time, and I feel like this is masculine and feminine. There is this maturity that both have, but for feminine, she's gone through a very painful end that she's had to break free from being stuck. This is the Hanged Man card. We already got that in their similarities. So what I feel like what's different for masculine and feminine, for feminine, she's completely ghosted by her masculine. But that helped her break free of her illusion, of her fantasies, which is exactly what we got with the Seven of Cups. This masculine, this twin flame connection is this energy of just daydream and beauty and emotional bliss. But she had to rid herself of the fantasy to do the work on herself, to understand that this is a journey of union for herself. So there is mastery here, that this had to be a painful ending for her to release any illusions. And look at this, 10 of Cups. He needed to feel this 10 of Cups, this emotional bliss with feminine, to rise up and come out of the energy of lack. Isn't this crazy? Feminine, by being raised the way she was, she showed masculine this loyalty, this dream, this life of a happily ever after, because she saw that in her own family. And here she showed that to masculine, that, hey, you and I can have this beautiful life. But because he was raised in a way that he had grief or sorrow or sadness, he had to learn and evolve through other people and other relationships and third parties, but both came into emotional maturity. She released the dream, she released a fantasy, but he started to realize that yes, this happily ever after is possible because I met my feminine. My God, you can't make that up. And then how are they different? Four of Wands. This is the union energy. They're different because divine feminine has some stress and anxiety. There is some worry that time is passing by and I'm not sure this union is ever going to develop. But masculine's different in that he's like, no, honey. Knight of Pentacles and their similarities. I am being diligent. I am being thoughtful. I am mastering my emotions. I'm centering into my heart space so I can come back into this union with you as someone who is balanced, who is well, who is aware, and I can complete this union with you. Oh my God, you can't even make that up. We got the 10 of Cups, we got the 10 of Swords, we got the 10 of Pentacles. We didn't get the 10 of Wands, thank God. What's the guidance for your differences? Bat. Look at this. What does it say? Can't make it up. Rebirth in consciousness. So Spirit's message to you both about your differences, hey, both of your differences created a spiritual awakening. Both of your differences have allowed you to change your consciousness and rise. Your spiritual life has expanded because of your differences. You have let go of things and patterns and cycles because of your differences. Your consciousness has awakened so both of you can fly towards your freedom, towards your emotional bliss, towards your union. Oh my God, I love this reading. If you guys want to book your own personal reading, coaching session, or healing session, go to queenoflight1111.com. Have a great day. Bye.